Welcome back to Wolf's DIY. Today's project, we're going to install a new mailbox post, and it's also in a prior video where we fixed the auger. This is the project in which the auger was fixed for. So we're going to go up to the street and bore the hole, and I've got some old bags of concrete. Don't know if they're any good or not. If they're not any good, we're just going to pack dirt. If the concrete bags have enough serviceable concrete in them for use, we're going to go ahead and at least partially concrete the post in so it doesn't get knocked over as easy. But we'll do all that as we get to it. So let's head on up to the street and get this project done before this Alabama weather decides to get hot again.
Alright folks, due to the noise in the area, I had to cut all the audio for this video. So what we're doing here is we're going to bore the hole down. As you can see, the augers kind of hit something, so we're going to make sure we don't hit anything when we bore. I'm pretty safe where I'm at. All the utilities and stuff are in the middle of the road or way deeper. We're going to set the depth of the hole so that the mailbox is about the same height as the old mailbox. And so yeah, it's going to vary depending on what kind of pole you have. So just take your hole depth and the height of your pole, do a little bit of math, and you'll come up with where your mailbox is going to sit. So we're just going to do that. So you can see here we got it bored. The machine ran very well for something that hasn't been ran in quite a while. And here's the pole. I'm going to stick it in the hole, and it stands up on its own. That's pretty good. And here comes the old bags of concrete we had. They sat up for quite a while. They were pretty hard. So what we decided to do is we're just going to go ahead and bust one open. See if there was any soft concrete in the middle somewhere that hadn't set up yet that we could use. And as you're going to see here, there was some. We were able to get probably about half a bag. That was serviceable, decent concrete. So we'll try not to make too big of a mess. And yes, concrete. They recommend you wear gloves. The lime and certain chemicals that are in concrete can affect your skin. I work in the lime and concrete industry for years, so it doesn't bother me that much anymore. So as you see here, we poured that dry concrete mix in, and we're now going to level up this post. So at the level on there, we're going to get it plumbed up and put some bracing up on there to hold it in place while the concrete takes a set and dries. Not much to talk about here. You can't see much, but basically just putting old scrap boards at an angle, screwing them to the post so that it holds it upright and straight. Looking pretty good. Yeah, put it there. That works. Adjust it a little bit. Get the bubbles in the middle. And here it comes, a 5-gallon bucket with some water in it. Fill the hole up. Let the water soak in there a little bit. And what I'm doing there now is I'm taking a stick, kind of sticking it down in there, and making it so the water runs down into the concrete, popping the air out of it. And then we went ahead and covered the concrete up with dirt. It's good. Basically, I'm just using the whole quickset method. It's not really hurting anything. It's not holding up the world, just the mailbox. This here is the next day. Concrete set. So we'll go ahead and take the braces off. See, it's nice and sturdy, not going anywhere. That's just a piece of 2x12 I ripped down, same size as the base of the mailbox. And we're going to go ahead and get it centered up on that lower arm. Holds the mailbox up. They sell boards for holding mailboxes at the hardware store. I had some scrap lumber laying around, so I just went ahead and made my own. Screw this down, get it nice and attached so it doesn't fall off. It's got to hold a mailbox and its contents up on the pole. So. Well, the mailbox. Now, the one little mistake I made here, and you're going to see I kind of had to shove it down in there, is I didn't quite leave a big enough gap behind the board to slide it down in there. And my original intention was to screw it through the screw holes inside. And then I realized that getting the drill impact and screwing all in there, there was no way I was going to get it screwed in straight. So I decided to use the holes in the side. And those holes weren't punched all the way through. There was a thin bit of sheet metal holding it. Excuse me. Which is why I took a little longer to drill. But it all works. The nice thing about DIY projects is sometimes there's not a right or wrong way. It's just the way you want to do it. As long as the end result is functional and looks the way you want it to. No reason to do it a certain way. You can see that old mailbox by the new one. That's been there for 15 years. That pole used to have an arm on it, as you can see from the rust spot. It broke off years ago. I managed to just mount the box on the top. As you see, I'm loosening the screws up. When I put the box on there, I managed to tweak the box somehow. It's not real thick metal. It's a very big box, but it's not very thick metal. So now I've got to kind of tweak it back into shape so the door will close. It takes me a minute to figure out how I want to do that. Tried a couple different ways, a couple different times. Tighten the screws back up. There we go. Now the door shuts. Stays shut. There's mail in the old box. That old box was a pre-made thing. I drove that thing in the ground, like I said, a long time ago. And here we have it. You have a new mailbox post with a mailbox. Thanks for watching.